Bicycling Basics.
Now that you're ready to ride, it's time for you to learn the bicycling basics.
If you know the basic actions and behaviors, it will make you a better and safer rider.
That way, you can go out and have fun and get the other benefits of riding a bicycle.
Hey Dad, this is fun.
I wish we could do this every day.
Thanks for coming along. How did we do?
You guys did great! Riding a bike is a great way to learn how to move in traffic, so you'll be ready when you learn to drive a car.
So let's get started with the first bicycling basic, hand signals.
When you are bicycling, you use hand signals to let other drivers know what your next move is, just like turn signals and brake lights on cars do. You should use a hand signal anytime you are about to move left, move right, turn, or stop. Let's see what those hand signals should look like.
Before you make a left turn, take a quick look back for traffic and put your left arm out straight.
Before you make a right turn, put your left arm out with your hands up at a 90-degree angle.
Before you slow down or stop, put your left arm out with your hand down.
You should also use these hand signals when moving to avoid an obstacle to let others know that you're going to change your line of travel.
Do you know all of the hand signals?
Yes!
Left turn.
Right turn. Stop.
Let's practice. See if you can give the correct signals for the following situations. Here's the first one.
Let's see. I need to make a right turn at this street. I put my left arm out with my hand up at a 90-degree angle before I make a right turn.
Good. Let's try another one.
There's something blocking the road. I'm going to have to move to the left to miss it. I take a quick look back for traffic and then put my left arm out straight before I shift to the left.
I think you're getting the hang of this. What about this one?
Looks like I've got to stop up ahead. I put my left arm out with my hand down before I slow down and stop.
Great. Okay, last one.
There's the entrance to the greenway on the left. I need to make a left turn. I take a quick look back for traffic and then put my left arm out straight before I turn left into the greenway.
Great job on those hand signals. The next bicycling basic is to avoid risky behaviors.
There are a lot of things that we do that may seem like a good idea at the time, but could end up getting us into serious trouble.
When you know what can go wrong, you can avoid risky behaviors and you're more likely to keep bad things from happening to you. Let's take a look at some of the risky behaviors you should not do.
Do not carry things in your hand or loop them over the handlebars. That makes it hard to control your bike and to use hand signals. So where should you carry things?
I carry things in my backpack or basket. That works a lot better.
It might look like fun to ride double, but it changes the way a bicycle handles, puts weight where it doesn't belong, and makes it harder to steer and use the brakes. What should you do if you have two people and one bike?
We should both walk and push the bike. I think we just avoided a big disaster.
Here's a risky behavior you should already know from the rules of the road. Do not ride against traffic. It's very risky to ride against traffic because drivers do not expect to have traffic coming at them on their right. If you ride against traffic, you risk getting into a crash with another vehicle when the driver doesn't realize you're there and turns into you or crosses your path. So where should you ride your bike on the road?
I always ride with traffic when bicycling on the road. It's much safer to ride with traffic.
Never ignore a traffic light or stop sign. Many crashes between cars and bikes happen because the bicyclist didn't stop. Car drivers can lose respect for bicyclists when some of them don't follow the rules of the road. What should you do when you see a traffic light or stop sign?
I always stop at stop signs and red traffic lights. It just makes sense.
Avoid riding at night. Riding a bicycle at night can be dangerous even with the proper headlights and taillights. It is very difficult for drivers to see bicyclists at night. What should you do if it gets dark?
At night, I call for a ride or walk my bicycle home.
Better safe than sorry.
Don't ride in the rain if you don't have to. Riding in the rain can be risky, so if you do ride in the rain, you need to be extra careful. Rain can make the road slippery and make it harder for you to turn and stop. What should you do if it starts to rain?
I ride slowly. When stopping, I start slowing down earlier to give myself extra time to come to a full stop. If it's not safe to ride, I walk with my bike or find a place to wait until it stops raining. Wet means wait.
Now you know the risky behaviors you should avoid. But even if you do everything right, something can still happen that you're not expecting.
How you look for and react to these unexpected hazards can make all the difference between being safe and getting into trouble.
To help you stay out of trouble while bicycling, follow these 3 simple steps.
Stand for danger. Plan your move. Do it.
Let's look at each step to see what you should do.
Stand for danger.
When you're riding, you should always be looking ahead for any possible danger. Is there something blocking your view? Is there a danger on or near the road? Are there railroad tracks ahead? When you see something, you decide if it is a hazard or problem.
Plan your move.
Next, you plan what you're going to do to avoid the hazard.
Do it.
Then you do what you planned.
3 simple steps to remember. So, what are some of the hazards or problems you might see when you're riding? Let's take a look.
You may find that something is blocking your view as you ride, try to make a turn, or enter the road. Bushes, trees, parked cars, or other obstacles can sometimes block the view for a bicyclist.
You also need to look ahead at the road for hazards that may be there. Potholes, fallen branches, broken glass, and even sand or leaves in the road can cause you to fall, damage your bicycle's wheel, or give you a flat tire.
You should also scan the sides of the road for animals, cars, and pedestrians that may unexpectedly enter the street in front of you.
Bicyclists need to be very careful when crossing railroad tracks. Railroad crossing signs alert you that the road crosses railroad tracks. You should always watch and listen for a train, and when you cross the tracks, you should always cross with your wheels at a right angle to the tracks. If you don't, your wheels might slip on the rail or get caught in the space between the rail and the pavement. Some crossings have gates or flashing red lights. Never go around a lowered gate, and always stop for an approaching train.
Now it's your turn to figure out what you would do in these situations. See if you can stay out of trouble like the bicyclist.
These tall bushes make it hard for me to see around the corner. That could be a problem. What should I do? I'm going to move forward until I can see around the corner. I go when I can see clearly that no traffic is coming. All clear. That's how I stay out of trouble.
What would you do in this situation?
Is that something on the road down there? It looks like broken glass. That could cause a crash or cut my tires. What should I do? I'm going to check for traffic, then signal and move to the left to avoid the broken glass.
That's how I stay out of trouble.
What would you do in this situation?
That dog over there is loose. It might run out and chase me. What should I do? If the dog runs out, I'll yell at it. If it chases me, I'll keep my bike between me and the dog. Okay, he didn't run out. I can keep going. That's how I stay out of trouble.
What would you do here?
Hey, there's a railroad crossing sign, and there are the train tracks. I need to be careful because there could be a train coming. What should I do? I'm going to approach slowly as I look and listen for a train. Good.
How about down here? All right, let's go.
And cross the tracks at a right angle. That's how I stay out of trouble.
Great job. Now, the last bicycling basic is to learn how to safely react to others.
When you're riding your bike, you should anticipate what other people on the road are going to do. Drivers and other bicyclists using the road will use signals to let you know what they're about to do. You need to understand what these signals mean so that you can safely react to others.
Let's take a look at some of the signals other vehicles may give you and safe ways to react to them.
This is a right turn signal. When you see a right turn signal, you can anticipate that a driver is about to make a right turn. How should you react? When you see a right turn signal, you should stay well behind or to the left of a vehicle that is turning right. Do not pass on the right. Do not ride in a driver's blind spot.
This is a left turn signal. When you see a left turn signal on a vehicle in front of you, you can anticipate that a driver is about to make a left turn. How should you react?
When you see a left turn signal on a vehicle in front of you, you should stay well behind or to the right of a vehicle that is turning left.
Do not pass on the left. Do not ride in a driver's blind spot.
What if you see a left turn signal on a vehicle that is approaching you? How should you react? If you see a left turn signal on a vehicle that is approaching you, make sure that you are visible to the car turning left by staying well behind any cars in front of you. If you're close behind other vehicles, it makes you hard to see. Even if you have the right of way, slow down and be prepared to stop if the car starts to turn left in front of you.
These are brake lights. If you see bright red lights on the back of a vehicle, that means it is slowing down and possibly stopping. How should you react? You should react to brake lights by slowing down. Keep a safe stopping distance between you and the car. Never follow a car closely.
White lights on the back of a vehicle means it is getting ready to or is backing up. How should you react? Cars backing out of driveways can be a serious hazard to you when you're riding because it is hard for the motorists to see you. Always be on the lookout when you pass driveways and parked cars, and be ready to stop for a car that is backing up into the roadway. Be extra careful if you must ride on the sidewalk, because drivers are not looking for bicyclists there when they back out of driveways.
A person sitting in a car parked on the road could be getting ready to open their door or could be getting ready to pull out onto the road. How should you react? When you see a person sitting in a car parked on the road, slow down and keep an eye on the person. Put enough room between you and the car to make sure that the car door doesn't open into you. Do not ride close to the side of the car.
That wraps up the bicycling basics. Now it's time for you to go outside and use what you've learned in the classroom.
You need to practice all of the bicycling basic skills.
Use hand signals.
Avoid risky behaviors.
Look for potential hazards.
Stay out of trouble.
And safely react to others.
So let's go biking.
So you can get where you want to go.
Harder.
Wow, that's awesome.
Cool. This is gonna be great. Hey, Grandma, you're gonna love this. I wanna take a picture.
Looks like we all like to ride our bikes to get places.
Glad we all made it here safely.
Me too. It was fun riding our bikes.
We should ride our bikes here more often.
Did you know there's a dinosaur inside?
I wonder if he rode a bike to get here.